Hey everybody, welcome back to day 2 of Journey to Self-Health. And today is going to be a very, very difficult day. I started off the day not good. I was struggling to get myself to get up. I did get up, and that's what's important, is that I got up and I'm still going to push myself even though it is super difficult. And I'm just gonna keep going. I can't stop. Just gotta keep going. Right now is really difficult. I could easily just miss work and go back to bed and sit in my bed all day and not do anything. But the only way to have self-improvement and be able to feel that self-love and feel happy is to push through the hard stuff, like getting up and going to work despite all of your feelings and despite all of these problems that you have going on. You just gotta keep going. That is the biggest thing, is just to keep going. Keep doing you. Don't lack in any department because it hurts. Just keep going, and it'll get better. But you just gotta keep going. So in this next clip that I'm going to show you guys, this is going to be me taking accountability for my actions. Yesterday I called into work and they were really busy, and since I called into work they weren't able to find a replacement. So that being said, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to talk to the manager, and I'm going to take accountability for my actions. And I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm going to be scared, obviously, because I don't know how it's going to play out. But it is better to take accountability for my own actions rather than hiding from it. So basically in that last clip, you couldn't really hear much because my phone was in my pocket, but I had gone into the place and I talked to one of the managers because the general manager wasn't there today. And I had asked him, is Joni here? And he said no. And I was like, oh shoot, I just wanted to apologize for missing work yesterday. And in my exact words, I said, my bad for missing yesterday. He said, it's fine, like, there's stuff going on and everybody does it, like, it's not that big of a deal. And I said, all right, I just felt bad. And then I went about work. So basically, all of this morning, I was fearing that there was going to be some kind of major reaction. There was going to be like a grudge held and people were going to treat me differently because I had missed one day. It's not what happened. They forgot about it. I mean, he kind of, I don't know if this was intentional or he was just trying to have me do things, but he was having me do a whole bunch of work in the beginning of the day. But after, it's not that big of a deal. You cannot let fear control your life. And that's what I do. I fear that the worst case scenario is what's going to happen, when realistically, everybody moved on from it. They're going to forget about it. See? You cannot let fear run your life. And that is what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm not going to fear that, or I'm not going to let fear control what I do. Because obviously fear is not just going to go away right away. But you can't let it control your mind. You can't let it control you. But moving past that whole situation, the entire day I was filled with anxiety. I was filled with tons of anxiety. Like, I was thinking that people were talking about me. My head was telling me what people were talking about me. I'm pretty sure people were talking about me. But in the end, like, who the hell cares? They can go ahead and talk as much as they want about me. I am here in this moment. I have missed 1 day out of 2 months of working. And it was because I had a whole lot of shit going on. And that's not an excuse for missing. I understand that. And y'all should understand that too. You can't let your personal traumas and your personal problems and whatever the hell's going on be your excuse to not show up. Like I said in the previous video, presence is the most important thing. So, moving forward, my goal is to not let my emotions and my trauma and my experiences control my life. Because if you do that, you're not going to have a life. And it sucks. Like, I went down that road already. I let my traumas and my fears and my anxieties and my depression, I let that all control my life instead of just moving. And the more you don't move, the harder shit will get. The harder it will be for you to be able to keep moving forward. And that's why before you even let that control yourself, you have to just keep going. You cannot let it control you, because yeah, it's hard right now, but imagine 2 months down the road when you've been sitting in your bed, you don't have friends, you haven't talked to friends in 2 months, you're just sitting in your room. Imagine how bad it's going to be then. And I've already done that. I did that for a year. That was the worst year of my life. And because of that, I couldn't focus on my own self and my own sense of person. I couldn't fix my traumas, and I couldn't fix my toxicity. And that ended up with me pushing away the one person in my life who genuinely cared about me and loved me for me. I'm not talking about family. Obviously, family is a whole different story, but I'm talking about, like, an outside person who actually loved me for me. I pushed her away. So, moving forward, I need to take the time for myself. I need to learn to love myself. I need to just keep going. And eventually, like today, yeah, it was shitty at first. Like, the first couple hours were terrible. But, like, now I'm starting to calm down. I've got into my groove, you know. I got myself going. I'm working. I'm having fun now. Yeah, I still got the shit in the back of my mind, but I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on making sure I'm present. I'm focused on making sure I'm doing a good job. And that's what's important. You need to think about what you're doing in the moment, not the future, not the past, right now. Sorry about my hash brown. I'm on lunch break. So, breakdown of this morning. Do not let your problems interfere with your presence. You need to learn to forgive yourself and other people. And you just need to keep going. Just keep going. It'll get easier. You will become a better and stronger person if you just keep going. Do not give up. You give up, then your life will become the worst thing that you've ever seen. You won't have control over your emotions. You won't have control over yourself. You won't be yourself. You'll just be this person that nobody really knows or cares about. And that's the worst feeling ever. Do not let people control you. Do not let your emotions control you. Have your own self-worth. Have your own self-pride and whatever the word is. Just, you need to know that you are important as a person. And that's how you get through your days, is knowing that you are important. You are what keeps your world working. And this is your story. You are the main character in your story. People can say, like, joke about it and be like, oh, he thinks he's the main character. You are. This is your world. You are living in your world. This is you. Not your girlfriend, not your family, not your friends, not these people that you're acquaintance with. It's your world. You have control over what you do with your world. And that's how you become a better person. And what I want to work on moving forward is not caring what people think. I need to learn to forgive, and I need to focus on myself and make sure I get rid of these traumas, these excuses that I make, these toxic behaviors. I need to get rid of it all so I can become a better person for the people in my life. So, as that is being said, I'm going to go back into work and have a great fucking day. And I'm just gonna keep working. This is a small step to a bigger goal. And that's why I make these videos, is so I can see it for myself and so you guys can see it. From day 1 to like 2 months down the line, I'm gonna be a whole different person. And that's what I'm excited for. I want to see this progress for myself. So, alright, see you guys later. And we're back, guys. You better quit it. Yeah. So pretty much work wasn't horrible. It actually went pretty good. I was kind of a dick. I came back and they had put me on front counter, which I hate front counter because you can't really do anything. It's like, it's never busy. So I was just sitting there. I cleaned, I did everything that I could possibly do, and then I had to just sit, which kind of spiraled thoughts a little bit. I was thinking into everything, and it sucked. And eventually I got taken out and put back to where I was, which is a really, like, you have to move. It's called toast and bake for those who don't know the position. I had to constantly run and run and run and run, and I had to catch up because the guy who was working it before, he's new and he's slow. So it was just, I had to catch up and I had to run and run and run and run, and then we're in the between section of lunch and breakfast, so it's kind of like I'm stressing out, but I'm also like, I'm moving fast. So during that time, that guy that was there, he was making me mad because he was in my way and he was being slow, and like I didn't have the patience. So I ended up going to my manager and was like, hey, like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but this guy is kind of slowing me down. And he rolled his eyes and he was like, okay, tell him to come here. So I went back to there and I told him to go, and then he ended up leaving. And then I just got back in my flow and I was doing good. I was focused. I was getting everything done. And then I started getting anxiety because no matter how fast I moved and how I tried to get my mind off things, I kept thinking about the stuff that's going on currently. And it sucked. I couldn't really escape it. And then I kind of just told myself, I'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's not the end. It's not the end of my life. It's not the end of my world. I'll be okay. I'm gonna come out on the other side and I'm gonna do good. And things started getting better, and then I started getting overstimulated because I'm overworked a little bit. I went there at 6 in the morning and I got out at 2, so at the end of my shift I was like, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to chill out. It's been work. So I started getting antsy. I started doing dumb stuff, like I punched a box trying to break it down. I punched it right through the middle, and my manager kind of just looked at me like I was crazy. So there's that. But for right now, I'm going to chill out. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna do my own thing for a little bit before all my friends come over, and that's fine. Like, having a moment where you sit and relax is fine. But if that's all you're doing and that's just your normal, it's just sitting and relaxing, It's not healthy. That's not good. You're just going to avoid your problems. You're going to make things worse for yourself. But taking a couple minutes or even an hour out of your day just to sit down and relax, that's fine. Everybody needs their own me time. Everybody needs their chill and calm down and relax time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think during that time, I'm going to write up that schedule that I was talking about yesterday so I can get myself moving for the day. And then for the week as well. And then, yeah, I'll give you some more updates later on. I'll see you guys later. Alright, so I know that I said I was going to start making up a schedule for the week, but sitting alone with my thoughts, I really started thinking. I started thinking about everything, how the outcome of my situation is right now, how I'm trying to fix it so badly, how the other party must feel, how everything must be going. And it really, really hurts. I don't really like myself for the things that I've done. And I know that I need to just keep working on myself and keep doing what I gotta do, but it just hurts so bad. I don't even have the proper emotions to be able to express it, tears don't really express it properly. Anger doesn't express it. Frustration doesn't. All these things don't really express it properly. So I thought, I'm gonna make a song. I'm going to express how I'm feeling through music. And I always do that. I started doing it a lot better as of recently, and I've learned a lot of things from it. But I'm going to make a song, and I'll record bits and pieces of it so you can hear the emotion. But it's a process. It's hard. It's really difficult. It's really hard to just keep moving. I really don't like myself for the things that I've done and the things that I've caused, and it hurts. It hurts so unbelievably bad. And if you're watching this video, I'm deeply sorry, and I hope one day that we can figure it out together. I hope that you find it in your heart to forgive me. And I'm just gonna keep going, with or without you. And I don't think I'm gonna accept it for a while that she's gone, but I just gotta keep going, regardless of the outcome. Alright guys, so I worked on the song a little bit, and oh my god, I don't even know how to describe it. It's perfect. It describes exactly how I'm feeling, and I didn't even have to write anything. It just came straight from the head and from the heart. It's beautiful so far. I obviously have to do some tweaks and shit, but listen to this. don't even know what to say, dude. Here's advice for you. Find an outlet to express your emotions. If you do not, they will bottle and you don't know what you're gonna do with them. Find an outlet. For me, it's music. Everybody has their outlets. Everybody finds something that they take passion and joy in. Do that. And you might even make a career out of it. Just find your passion. Find your outlet.
Oh, I'm gonna crash. Got the boys.
Huh? So basically, a rundown of that clip. I had picked up my friends and I had pretty much distracted myself with all the problems that were going on. And as I progressed through the day, I made irrational decisions and I started piling up all these different things until I had just exploded with anger and frustration and guilt and shame and all these different things. And I kind of just, I fell to the ground and I just laid there and I just talked and talked and talked, and then I didn't know what to do.
When can you press charges after a crime is committed?
I don't fucking know.
Alright.
Maggie.
He might
Baby.
convince his mom to press charges.
Benny.
Fucking what?
Big bag. And then in that last clip, I had been so worried about the things that I've messed up, and I was so adamant about trying to fix that and trying to not give up that I had just completely like ruined my moment with my friends. Instead of sitting there and enjoying it and having fun, I was so upset and I just wanted to go, honestly, just be alone. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that feeling. And eventually I kind of got over it, but then I kept going back and doing the same thing, and like there was no progress. I kind of just got stuck. It hurts. I don't know what to do. So basically, to sum up my entire day, it was very up and down. It was very chaotic. It was very spiraling. It just wasn't a good day. From the start, I said it's not going to be a good day. And in the morning, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was not good. And then I went to work. I was still filled with all these things in my head, but I distracted myself enough to forget about those things and like push them aside. And then I got home. I was in my own head to the point where I made a song. Then I invited my friends over, had a good time at first, and just kept thinking and thinking and thinking. No matter what I did, there was no escaping it. In the end, here I sit, and nothing really, there was no progress. There was no loving myself anymore, or really any progress at all. And that sucks, but not every day is going to be a step forward. There's always going to be my days where I take a step back or everything just falls apart, but that's okay. The only thing that matters is if you keep going, and that's what I'm going to keep doing, is keep going. And eventually, hopefully, shit will pan out the right way, but yeah, hopefully tomorrow is a better day. I don't think it will be because I'm going back to school and I'm going to be facing the problem head on. So, that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe if you want the help and you're liking this journey. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you later.